Weezy out of here.
The dash is digi, the schedule busy. My head in a hoodie, my shorty a goodie. My cousins are crazy, my cousins like boogie. Life is amazing, it is what it should be. Been here for 10, but I...
What is going on, guys? Boogie Clips here. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys my Week 4 match of the PCL D-League, and this week we're going to be facing off against Aaron 2 for 20, coach of the Calgary Infernapes. And this is it's a little interesting how this, I guess, how we ended up playing Aaron. So Ollie ended up having to drop for personal reasons, so Aaron ended up coming in and replacing him. So that's kind of how this happened, and this is actually the first week that he's going to be able to use his new team, as he actually was able to play his Week 3. He had to play his Week 3 match with his Ollie's old team. So this is actually going to be the first week that he's going to use his new team. So yeah, it's a little bit interesting, and he has a really scary team. And he also made some very interesting transactions, as he actually dropped the Celesteela and the Naganadolf, which I found very interesting. But anyways, so Aaron has a team of Pheromosa, Excadrill, Tyranitar, Necrozma, Mega Charizard X, Rotom-Mow, Togekiss, Mantine, Greninja, Torrent, Toucannon, and the Ninetales Alola. And this is actually a very scary team. I'm not the biggest fan of the matchup, but it is it's definitely winnable. So for the 6 I'm bringing the Gliscor, Thundurus, Dialga, Garbodor, Incineroar, and the Sylveon. So there's going to be no team builder this week, so I'm just going to give you guys a brief rundown of what I'm bringing. So my Gliscor set is really supposed to be a lead set that's supposed to be able to get up rocks, as rocks are really nice against this team. And I'm also very Fizdef, so I'm able to eat a +1 Flare Blitz from a Mega Charizard X if it comes down to that situation. For my Thundurus set, I am Nasty Plot with Fitinium Z, and the purpose of this is to just get set up and do as much damage as I can. Fitinium Z is to give me a 100% accurate and powerful fighting move that can hit the Tyranitar and Excadrill, as I really don't want to mess with missing. And then for my Garbodor, I am really Fizdef with Hazards, and the purpose of this is to be it's probably the best Pheromosa check on my team, as I really do not have a good answer to it. And then for my Incineroar set, I am an Assault Vest set, and the main purpose of this is to just absolutely eat up the Necrozma's hits and be able to do a ton of damage in return. And last but not least, for my Sylveon set, I'm bringing a Spec set, as this is just absolutely gonna break through his team if he gets the opportunity. So yeah, anyways, as I said, for my lead match, I'm gonna be leading the Gliscor here, as I would want to try and get up my rocks if I can. And while we wait for this to load up, make sure to go check out Aaron's channel down in the description below, as he's a really cool guy, and I really enjoyed playing this battle against him. So, as you guys can see, we're going to go ahead and lead the Gliscor, and we are really hoping he's not going to lead the Greninja. But, as you guys are going to see, that is exactly what he's going to do. He's going to lead the Greninja, as I'm going to my Gliscor, and I'm really just forced to switch out here, so I cannot risk this Gliscor going down, as rocks are really important. So I'm going to go ahead, switch out, go into my Sylveon here, as he's going to get up a layer of spikes. So that's really good to know, as one of his coverage moves could possibly be gone. And with my set, I 100% live a Gunk Shot, so I'm just going to go ahead and click the Hyper Voice here, as it is going to do a ton of damage into whatever he wants to go out to. So he's going to go out into the Necrozma, and I'm going to click the Hyper Voice. This is going to do a huge chunk of damage. And as you guys are going to see, it's going to do about 3/4, and this reveals that he is super defensive. And that's really nice to know. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and click the Hyper Voice again here, as we are the Specs. He's going to go ahead and get up his Stealth Rocks, and that's really unfortunate for us, because Hazards are just kind of a pain in this game. And I don't have the defog this week, so him being able to get up a layer of spikes and rocks is not very good for us. So at this point, he's going to go ahead, go straight onto his Excadrill, and I'm kind of forced to switch out here. So my 100% best check to this Excadrill is going to be the Gliscor. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and switch to. This is pretty much built to counter the Excadrill. So he's going to go ahead and click the Iron Head, as I'm going to go ahead and get my Toxic Orb off. And yeah, so at this point, I'm figuring that he's going to want to switch out, but I need to try and keep this Gliscor as healthy as possible at the same time. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get up my rocks, because the reason I wanted to go for the rocks here instead of the Roost or the Earthquake is because getting rocks up for the Charizard or the Pheromosa is absolutely massive. It just chips down them exponentially. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and switch out to the Sylveon here, as he's going to go ahead and click the Gunk Shot. Really nice play by him, as he's going to go ahead and pick up the KO on the Sylveon. So that was very well done by him. Really nice prediction, and also a good bring the Gunk Shot for the Sylveon. And this, he also reveals that he's Life Orb, so I know he's probably a mixed set. And at this point, I have the Chople Berry, so I'm able to. So at this point in the game, as I said in the team builder, I am Chople Berry. So if he wants to go for the low kick here, if he reveals that, I'm going to eat that hit pretty nicely, as I am the Chople. So yeah, and I have the Thunderbolt. So I'm 100% going to get rid of this Greninja, which is a huge threat to my team as long as he decides to stay in. So we're going to go ahead and click the Thunderbolt, as he's going to go click the Ice Beam, which is going to do a decent chunk of damage, not a huge amount. But as you guys are going to see, he is going to freeze us. And that is absolutely terrible. So we're going to stay frozen, and at this point, we're in a terrible position. We're kind of forced to stay in. So he's going to click the Ice Beam again. I'm just going to try and unthaw if I can and click the Thunderbolt here. So yeah, we're still frozen solid, which is really unfortunate. And this allows him to also get as many layers of spikes as possible if I don't unthaw. So he's going to get up a second layer of spikes, and we are still going to be frozen. And at this point, my only chance in this game is really if I can kill this Greninja, and even then, it's very unlikely that we can win. So we're going to go ahead, click the Thunderbolt, but we are still frozen. He is 3 layers of spikes up, and he's just going to go ahead and pick up the kill on the Dialga. So that is really unfortunate, and this kind of cost us the game, as we really have nothing to kill the Greninja at this point. So at this point, I'm forced to go into my Garbodor, hoping I live a hit here, and just click. Believe I have the the Gunk Shot. So he's going to go ahead and click the U-turn here, as just switch out, which is probably a really nice play by him, as he's just going to go ahead and go out into his Ricardo, which is his Tyranitar, as we are just going to go ahead and click the he's going to set up Sand, which is also really unfortunate for the Extra Drill, but we're going to go ahead and click the Gunk Shot. And as you guys are going to see, it's not going to do much damage. This thing isn't. I can't touch this team at this point. The game's pretty much over. So yeah. So at this point, we're going to go ahead, switch out, go straight into our Incineroar. Try and get the Intimidate off on this thing, lower its attack, as Stealth Rock and Spikes are going to do so much damage, just bring us all the way to half. And Incineroar is kind of useless at this point, as he's going to go ahead and click the Rock Polish. So, yep, we're going to take Sand damage, and now we're below half. And at this point, he's just going to go ahead and pick up the KO on us, no matter what. So he's going to click the Superpower, and we are going to drop 100% here. But the good news is that he is at -2 attack and -1 defense here, so I should be able to at least pick up the KO on this thing. So we're going to go into the Thundurus here. And at this point, we're just going to go ahead and throw off our Phytiniums. So yeah. As he's going to click the Ice Punch as he outspeeds with the Rock Polish, but we are actually going to live the hit, pick it actually decently well. And we're going to go ahead, fire off the Phytinium Z, and knock out the Tyranitar. So as we get to sit here, watch the beautiful Phytinium Z animation, all out pummeling. So yeah, that Dialga Freeze really just changed the way, the outcome of the game, as we would have had a much better chance of winning. I'm not saying we would have won, but we definitely had a much better chance of winning than if that Dialga would not have been frozen. But we are going to pick up our second KO of the game, take out the Tyranitar, and take a little bit of Sand chip damage. And at this point, he's able to go into the Greninja, and this thing's just absolutely going to tear through my team, as I have no answers to this thing. So he's going to go ahead, click the Ice Beam, and take out our Thundurus here. And we are going to drop to that, obviously, as it's going to outspeed. And this Greninja is just absolutely doing a number on me. So I'm going to go out into the Garbodor here, but we're going to take so much hazard damage that we're not going to be able to live anyways. So it doesn't really matter, as the hazards are just absolutely chunking us down. So he's going to go ahead and click the Ice Beam again here. Take out our Garbodor, and that leaves just the Gliscor that is 100% going to drop to the Ice Beam here. So yeah. I want to go ahead and say GG to Aaron. I really enjoyed the game. The freeze was a little bit unfortunate, but it definitely would have been a closer game. But it wouldn't have been a 100% guaranteed win. It would have been a much closer game than what it actually was. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and make sure to check out his YouTube channel along with all of the other PCL D-League coaches in the description down below. And yeah, anyways, overall, I don't think this game was played terribly. I feel like my building could have definitely been better, but the Dialga just getting frozen, I mean, it was killer. It absolutely ruined us. But yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this week. I'll be back bringing you guys my Week 5 match on this Saturday, actually, since it's coming up a little bit late. So I will see you guys then.